Hi everybody, I'm Irene Thompson with Stampin' Addicts. Today I was inspired by this beautiful card called Beautiful Friendship is the stamp set, and I'd made this card for one of my workshops. And I was inspired by the colors. I've always wanted to make my own DSP paper. And today I'm going to show you how to make one with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of white cardstock. And what I did is I ended up getting all of these cards out of an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. So I have two of each. I have two yellows, or two granny apple green. I have two so saffrons. And as you can see, they're in different sizes, so one sheet had enough to make all of these cards. This one's in Melon Mambo, and then I did it in the basic Whisper White cardstock. And I'm using the granny apple green ribbon. And then I'm using the Timeless Label punch. So I got all of these cards out of just using Whisper White piece of paper, and we're going to stamp on it and create a pattern. And I even put something nice on the inside so they all have something in them. I did some of the cards like that so they open lengthways, and then I have some short ones that do the same thing, and then I have some that open this way too. So I mean, you can have them open any way you want to. So I just did a mixture of all of them. But this paper and using these stamps, this ink and these stamps, I created this beautiful DSP basically, and it turned out so nice that I wanted to show you how to do that. So let's get started. First thing I did is I got me my 8.5 by 11 Whisper White cardstock, and then I picked out the flowers that I wanted to use to create my pattern, and I'm using these the roses. There's there's two, and then there's a single one, and those we're going to use the So Saffron on. And then I have the little rosebuds, and then this insert, which is right here, which is going on the inside. I'm going to do that one with Melon Mambo. And then I have the leaves, which is this leaf and that leaf. I'm going to use the granny apple green on. It's crazy how you get inspired by certain things, and when I did this card, it's like the colors are just gorgeous, and they would be perfect for your own background paper. Absolutely perfect. So I'm going to put that one there. And you can use as many colors as you want. I chose to use 3. I like how they all coordinate together. So the first thing I did was I used the big flower, and I just stamped it around. And look, I didn't get it all the way, so with these being the clear stamps, I should be able to stamp right back on it. Okay, now I'm going to stamp off and create a lighter tone and work my way around it. So now they look like it's 2 different colors I'm using, 2 different shades. So I'm just stamping off. Alright, so doing that, and this is the So Saffron. Then I'm going to do these little buds. See, they're the distinctive stamp, so you can see the shadow creates its own shadowing. So I'm literally just turning it around and rotating around. I'm not doing anything special, just stamping. Okay, now I'm going to do some stamping off to get a different shade. And I'm just filling in the holes. It's nothing, doesn't matter which way you go or how you do it or anything. Now I'm going to come in with the leaves and add leaves to it. And I'm just filling it in the empty holes. I guess I should move that one. We don't want a So Saffron leaf, but that looks pretty cool. We'll leave it. Just filling in the holes. All the empty space. You can do some stamping off also. Get the lighter leaf. Okay, and there's another leaf I really like. It's this one. It's only got 2. This one's got 3 little leaves. This one's got 2. I actually like to use this one on this one flower. I don't know why. I just think that looks really cool. Okay. Now I'm going to come back with the yellow again. I'm going to put this bud, just going to put it in the center, and I'm going to go dark with it on the light ones. I'm basically just putting it right in the center. And this is the single row, the single flower. I just like how it makes it look like it's the center of the flower. There. So it looks like a really big mess, but once we cut it down, looks really cool. Alright, so I'll close these up. I think we got a good amount of stamps on there. So we just made our own designer series paper using 3 colors. So if you want to use more, please do. So here this is. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down. And I'm cutting it down. I'm going to do 4 1/4. I'm going to cut it just like we would make our cards, our card bases, but I'm just cutting it in 4. So I got 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I should have 4 pieces. Alright. There's my 4 pieces. Alright, so now I'm going to take 2 of these and I'm going to cut it down to 4 by 2 1/2. So I am bringing it I should get 2 pieces out of here, exactly 4 by 2.5. So I'm going to do my 4. I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so there's my 4. I'm going to cut it 2.5. So there's 1. And 2. So there's 2 of my pieces. We're going to do it again. I'm going to cut it at 4. And then 2.5. You can twist it and turn it and get the colors that you want, because this is the colors that you're going to be putting on your card bases. Alright, and the next one is 2 by 5 3/8. So I want to get a 5 3/8, which is just under a half. So we'll do 5 3/8 right there. Okay, and now 2. So we're going to do a 2 here. And a 2 here. So I'm not wasting much paper. But how cool, they're looking neat, just all on their own. Okay, so I got 5 3/8 again. By 2. So here's 2. And 2. So I should have 8 panels. So I have 4 of the long ones that are 2 by 5 3/8. I will put the sizes down so you'll have them. So a lot of people call these making your own DSP one sheet wonders. So out of an 8.5 by 11, I have enough pieces to make 8 cards. So the card bases I chose are Granny Apple Green, which I cut 4. I cut 4 of these. I have a total of 4. 11 by 4.5, and then I scored at 5.5. So these ones are the straight up and down, and then I did Melon Mambo also. Then I did the 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4, and I have 4 of these. So I have 8 to go with my 8. Then I wanted to have another layer. So the layer for the 4 by 2.5 is a 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. And that should fit right on there perfect. And I did a pink one because I wanted to go on a white card. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, because I'll show you. We're going to lay these out and decide what backgrounds we want for them. Because I got the white, the Whisper White, I have the Melon Mambo, the Granny Apple Green, and the So Saffron. And all of these have those colors in them. So the small ones, which are the 4 by 2.5, I made another layer for them, which is 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. And I really like this on the white, so I did that with Melon Mambo. And then I have 3 other ones. And one see which one looks best on them. See, this one's got a lot of melon mambo on it, so I'll probably have this one on this one. And then the white for my background. And then this one's got a lot of granny apple green in it, so we'll probably put that one there. And this one has the So Saffron. So there's one of our cards. And then the next one, because I have two of each, the next one is the 5.5 by 2 1/8. And I have 4 pieces, so we'll have 4, another layer. So that one looks pretty good on there. So any one will basically go on the white, but I wanted to have the pink in the back. Okay, so now I have these 3. This one's got a lot of the melon mambo, so we'll keep that one there. This one's actually got granny apple green quite a bit in it, and so does this one. But this one's got the lighter flower, the Stamp Off, and this one's got the darker flower, so I think we'll do it like that. So let me assemble one of these, and I'll show you how it looks. So I have this card right here, which has these little scalloped edges on the bottom. Well, I learned a new trick. It's called a 1-inch punch. I would have never thought of this on my own. I got it from another demonstrator. It's so clever. The scallops on here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 7 punches, 7 holes. So we're gonna punch 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, because it's going to go on the inside of it. You're not even going to see it. So now I'm going to take this and tape it onto here. I'm actually going to tape this. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Wrong side. Woohoo! Stop. There we go. I just love that on the melon mambo. It's so pretty. Okay, now to create the scallop, I'm going to take these circles and put them next to each other. So I'm going to tape it down. I've never seen this before, and you don't have to get out your scallop die cut. And I'm just going to lay them down because I want it to have this little edge right here. I'm going to put one on the edge, and I'm using my paper here, and I'm using the ruler on it because I want to make sure I keep a straight edge on my scallops. So I'm just going to follow the line here. And I hope you can see this. So I am left-handed, so I do everything backwards. And like I said, this little notch doesn't matter because you want the scallop, you want the other side to show anyway, so you can use scraps or whatever. I mean, like I used the inside of the piece, which worked out great. So that'll just give me another layer. And I'm literally just buttoning them up against each other. I thought this was so clever with a 1-inch punch. I've never seen it before. Alright. So there's that, and I'm going to trim off the edge. So you do have a guide. And so there's my scallops. How cool is that? Out of a 1-inch hole punch. Super cool. I love it. It's the easiest scallop I ever made. So now I will attach it to my card base, which is right here. So there we go. That was just the neatest thing. And then you can stamp whatever you want on the bottom and then put your ribbon around. But there's one card. And then your next one, I mean, you can turn these in any direction you want to. And then there's another card, and you already have 2 done. And you're still using that 8.5 by 11. So there's your one first layer. And then if you feel like you want to add, you know, more stamps, you want more in there, you can. I like it like that. It doesn't have to be crazy. It's just nice and simple. And then on the green, these ones are the other way, the 11.5 by 4.5, or 4 1/4, and then scored at 5.5. So these are the ones that stand up like this. And you're still using 1 sheet of paper. And this gives it a nice enough border. So it'll be great on the green. And you can set it any way you want to. And then here's another one. So now you just have to add your expression on it. And they're just such a quick and easy card. And you can put them wherever your little heart desires. And then I use the punch and the stamp for these, so you can make them any way you want to. And the So Saffron, I mean, that one turned out so nice. And I used So Saffron to stamp with, and then I used the Granny Apple Green, and then so I coordinated the stamping with the colors, like the background that I picked for this one, and then the card base, and the card base. So, I mean, you got 8 cards you can make really quick just with one 8.5 by 11. And I did put something on the inside of the dark cards so you can make your note, you know, to your dear friend. Congratulations. I mean, this is a cute little stamp set. So I wanted to show you that. I hope I inspired you to create your own DSP. I also did it in Bird Ballard too. And I will show you that one. I did the exact same technique. And this one is in Bird Ballard, and I used the polka dot toile. This is the new red, and then I think it's peacock, the peacock color, and then here's the rose color. This is the terracotta, the peacock. I think this is the rose, and then this is the blue. So I did it the exact same way, 1 sheet of paper, except I used 4 colors, and then I picked the 4 colors from the the new in colors, and I used Bird Ballard. I thought this turned out really nice also, and I used the polka dotted twill. So I hope I've inspired you. So get out your colors and just stamp on some white, Whisper White, or even some very vanilla. It'd be gorgeous with very vanilla and different tones of brown. It'd be nice vintage look. I'm getting those little, the little bottles. I can't even think of the name of the stamp set, but they have all the little perfume bottles. I think that would be beautiful as a using this technique for the creating your own DSP. So thanks for watching. I hope I've inspired you. So try it. I'd love to see some, and enjoy your day, and thank you for watching. Have an awesome day. Happy crafting.